Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different compared to what I normally do. For those who are new to my channel, I'm going to be talking about my top 3 Korean dramas that have been a huge disappointment. Comment down below what are some of the Korean dramas of this year that have been a huge disappointment, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and also share my video. So let's get started. Okay, so the first one that's on my list is no other than Eve's Scandal, and that stars Soyeji, Lee Sung-yeop, Byung Park, and Yoo Sun. Those are the 4 main casts. And this drama, I'm telling you, oh my god, just please somebody give me the 16 hours back because I wasted so much time watching this, and it took me a while because I just didn't want to finish it. I wanted to give up on it. It's 16 episodes long, and it was from I think June to July. That's how long the show was, and it was just, I was like, what's going on here? So let me just tell you a little bit about the drama. So it's a melodrama revenge type of show, and basically Soyeji's character, her parents, her dad gets killed, and the people who killed her dad, they take over her dad's big company and they make a lot of money. And then there's like another guy played by Byung Park. He benefits the most from it. He becomes the CEO of the company and marries to another rich family. They all work kind of together to take over the company, and a lot of things happen and stuff. And then Lee Sung-yeop character, she was younger, when she was like, I don't know, probably in high school or middle school, and he was, I think, a lawyer. He was helping the dad with some cases and stuff like that, and so he knew all about her life and what she was going through and a lot of that stuff. And yeah, that's kind of the main story of it, just revenge. He picks up the plot of Soyeji. She basically plans to get Byung Park, which is the guy who benefited the most from like the whole entire death of her dad and the company and everything like that. She tries to make him fall in love with her so he could divorce his wife, which is played by Yoon Sun. And that's the whole thing where it starts. Like, she tries her best to basically take over the man and also take her father's company back. And I don't know, this show was just a whole mess. She ends up falling in love with him. I don't know why, because she was trying to take revenge. Like, she ends up falling in love with him, and then it's kind of like she has to decide, like, should I continue with the revenge, this and that. Like, she has this whole entire dilemma of being in love with the guy who basically benefited from her dad's death and this and that. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Like, no, you came for revenge. Like, focus on that. Don't bring this whole entire like romance in this story. I'm like, what's going on? And then what's his name's character, Lee Sung-yeop, falls in love with her and vows to protect her, and even like, you know, it's like, I will die for you, this and that. I'm like, boy, like, you knew this girl when she was so young. Like, what do you mean you're in love with her? Like, dude, get out of here. But it was a whole mess. One thing that was good was the fashion. Soyeji's character and Yoon Sun's character, their fashion was on point. I'm gonna give it to them. But again, this is not a fashion show. Like, when this show is not about fashion and this and that. And I think that's one thing that this is probably like, I don't know, my 3rd time watching Soyeji's character. I don't know why, but they always put her like in such fancy clothes all the time. And also, I almost forgot, the editing and the lighting, I don't know what they did to like the whole entire cast, especially Soyeji. She looked like she was sick. Like, the makeup they put on her, I was like, what coloring is this? Like, it was really bad. I didn't like it. But I know this show is not for everyone. Some people would definitely like it, and I'm one of those people who just hated it and was just like, no. I've seen way better like revenge shows like than this. So definitely one of my top drama that was very disappointing this year. And then moving on to my second one is Cafe Minangdang, and that one is actually on Netflix, so you can go to watch that one. And it stars Sung Gook, Oh Yoon So, and Kwak Si Young, and it's based on a web novel, and it follows Sung Gook character who used to be like a profiler, but ends up becoming a shaman and opens up like a cafe, and it was due to just certain circumstances. And he ends up teaming up with a police to basically catch the killer who he has been hunting for basically years. And the killer is the one that killed one of his his friend who was a prosecutor. This drama, it was 18 episodes long, or 17 or 18, I can't remember, but it was quite long, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. I feel like they wasted, what's her name, not too much, but like Sung Gook character, like I don't know, his talent. I was like, no, why did I put him in this kind of show? But it's fine, I guess. Certain things that I didn't like, the age gap. So basically Sung Gook's character and Oh Yoon So's character, they meet when she's like, I don't know, 10 or 12, and he's already like 25 wherever and something like that. And it was weird how the whole entire, like, I don't know, I guess I'm so big on age gaps. I probably shouldn't be, but yeah, I don't know. And then she ends up falling in love with him ever since, you know, he was like, ever since, you know, they were younger or whatever, or she was younger. But and then there's another age gap. There's another character. She plays this woman who's supposed to be like at least in her like 40s or 50s or something, but she does not look like it. She meets this one of the guy who's shown as the killer. She met him when he was a little boy, and she looked like she was 25. But then fast forward, you know, years later, the guy looks way older than the girl, because they didn't even put like any like old, I guess, you know, makeup effects on her at all. She just still looks the same. And I'm more like, I know Koreans look really young, but I'm more like, not that young. Like that's a huge like age gap that I'm seeing, that it doesn't make any sense. If they met as he was a little boy and she was like much older, how come she's not much older now since he has grown? So it was weird. And Oh Yoo Sun's character, oh my god, I was like, at first, the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh damn, yeah, she's kicking ass and stuff. Like she's like she was a strong-headed kind of type of woman, but I don't even know what happened to her. Like they added all this comedy like points to her, and I was just like what's going on here? Her character just didn't. I just didn't like how her character development was. And then I guess the biggest thing that I took away from the show, like one thing that was a happy surprise, was Kwak Si Young. He usually, I've seen him, he usually plays a lot of supporting characters, and he usually plays more like the evil, like second male lead, whatever. Second male lead, and he surprised me. Like he played a very like quirky, like funny character, and I was surprised. He even changed his voice and everything. I was like, oh my god, like who is this man? So he did, like, he was the biggest surprise for me that made the drama even more enjoyable and everything. Moving on to my last one, it's gonna be a drama that started early on this year. It was 39. 39. Yep, it was 12 episodes, and it was from February to March, and it stars Song Ye Jin, Jo Min Do, and Kim Ji Hyun. And the whole entire like plot basically is about life, friendship, and romance, and the love of, you know, 3 friends who are about to turn 40. And I guess that's why they at least, you know, put, and you know, the trailer and stuff. When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was like, oh, this is and I love saying this, like, you know, women that are older and their life story and they love life and this and that. I was pretty excited for it, but it didn't really turn out exactly of how I pictured it. It was more like it showed more of how Jo Min Do's character, she ends up having cancer and she's gonna die soon, and it basically follows how So Ye Jin's character reacts to that for the most part. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, I thought this was more about, like, you know, it is about friendship and stuff, but they just made it seemed like it was basically all about So Eugene character, and I wanted to see more from the other, main characters, and I didn't really see a lot of that. So it was very disappointing. It's also on Netflix, so you could be able to watch that too on there. Those are basically my top 3 Korean dramas of this year that I found very, very disappointing. Did you watch any of this? What are some of the dramas that you've seen that you really did not like and wanted your hours back, which obviously we cannot have. But yeah, that's it for today. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.